Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. I do apologise that there wasn't a video yesterday. I have some personal things happening, nothing to worry about, just I wasn't at my computer, so I do apologise. But we are back today, so we are working on another apartment in our brand new apartment block that we have for our save file. We are building today for a single dad and 10 girls, so it's quite a chaotic household but a fun one nonetheless. We do have 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, which to be fair is quite big considering, so we do have quite a nice space considering it is quite a small apartment, but maybe it was just like one of those trick spaces where you think it's really small and then you go inside and you're like, oh my goodness, it's much bigger inside. So that is the vibe for today. But I was a little bit unsure on the floor plan, but I did fiddle around a bit and we got it working, but I do really like how it turned out. I do end up deleting this little section here because I decided to put the kitchen in this little block, and I really like how it turned out. I really like the shape of this room. I was a little bit apprehensive because it's quite a small space, but somehow we managed to fit everything in that we wanted to, so that's always a bonus. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a nice weekend. Again, I do apologise I wasn't here yesterday, but it wasn't at my computer, so I couldn't physically get a build out, so that was a bummer, but we're back today. I also won't be here tomorrow because I have another thing that I'm doing outside of where my computer is, so it's just a little bit of a chaotic week, but we will get back to it and everything will be working very soon, so it'll be fine. Apologies, I had to just stop my voiceover. The internet decided to go off on the computer for literally like 10 seconds in the middle of me filming. Of course it did, why wouldn't it? Gotta love it. It worked on my phone, but no, just the computer. Anyway, so we are just working on the living space. Like you can see, it is quite a small space given the fact that we do have 11 people living here. But a little bit of the backstory, because I know you guys love backstories, is that the single father left his wife and she lives in a different area. She doesn't live in the city. We of course live in San Myshuno, which does come up with the city living expansion pack, but I was kind of imagining that perhaps she lived in Brindleton Bay, which comes with cats and dogs, and she is just a very, very different person to him. She's very quiet, she's very to herself, she enjoys fishing, she likes living by the sea, and he is just not like her. They love each other still, but I just don't think that they are well suited because they are very, very different, so they do make it work in separate houses. I don't know whether they're like officially divorced yet, because I still think that they are still in love with each other, which is really sad. It's just they just want different things, and that's just one of the difficult things about life sometimes. You know, it doesn't always work out how you want it to, but it's for what's best for each other, and their children obviously is the priority, so yeah. But we do live in quite a small apartment in San Myshuno. The dad does work at, I was kind of imagining he was like working at like an oil rig or something. I know that's not an actual official career in the game, but he works with somewhere where there's like machinery and it's quite dirty and it's very noisy. So he does that as a job, and the mum does live near her family, I think in Brindleton Bay, and she has like a fisherman's kind of business. Maybe she owns like a little restaurant somewhere, something like that. Just a very cozy, quaint little life. But he is the total opposite, and his life is very chaotic, and just not what she was really wanting long term. They love each other, like I said, but it's just not really working out. So they do live in separate places, but they do raise their children together still, just in separate houses. So anyway, it was giving me a bit of like Mrs. Doubtfire vibes. But anyway, we are now just finishing up in the lounge, kitchen, dining, whatever you want to call it. It's one big room. I know this table isn't necessarily functional, but it looks cute and it's fine. So that we do have 2 chairs that work. The sofa's not accessible, and the little fruit buffet, if you want to call it that. I think you can sit on it because I did rotate it, but I can't remember which way, but your sim would be sitting a different direction, but it's still usable, so that'll do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this room. I just wanted to make it feel very kid friendly and just very cute and cozy. I think that the family are just a really nice, I want to say family, but they're just a really nice group of people. But we do have 10 daughters, so it is chaos. So we do have 4 in each room. So we have 4 in this room, and then we have 4 in another room, and then the teenage girl has her own space, and we do have a baby as well. So the baby shares with the dad, but the other girls have their own room. Somehow we managed to fit in 4 bedrooms. Don't ask how, I don't know. And we do have 2 bathrooms as well. So it's quite a big space, even though it does look small from the exterior. But I really like how it turned out. I think this entire block is quite cute, really. I'm really loving this particular apartment block because it just looks a little bit more realistic than what I was used to building. I was kind of building just these like massive boxes, but I tried to give this one a bit more shape, and to be honest, I think it turned out really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the last video where I was building the exterior. So if you did miss it, then be sure to check it out. It'll be the video before this on my channel, where we started building the outside, as well as one apartment for the beginning of this official apartment block. And I know I still haven't got around to uploading. I'm sorry for anyone who was looking forward to it. I'm very, very sorry. Again, I haven't been at my computer in a couple of days, so it's been a little bit difficult because I've had some real life stuff I've got to do, and that's just, you know, the way that content goes sometimes. One of my favourite creators, actually, Lissy, she actually posted a video the other day, and she hasn't posted for 10 months, and she's back, so I'm so glad she's doing well. And you know, sometimes life just takes over, so if I do take a couple of days here and there and you don't have content from me, I do apologise, but life isn't always as simple as putting content out every day, because you have real life responsibilities, as much as we all wish we didn't. So it is a little bit difficult on some of the days, but I do my best to post every day. But you know, like I said, can't do it every day. So anyway, we're now working on the second bedroom. This is for the other 4 children. I was kind of imagining that maybe their ages ranged from like, I don't know, 5 to like 12 maybe in these rooms. And yeah, they all get on really well. I think they're all quite girly girls. They do like collecting things. I was kind of imagining I gave them one of those little figurines of a freezer bunny, which is definitely me in my room at my parents' house, is where I keep all my Sim stuff. I have like a cupboard which has all of my Sims packs in from when I was younger, and all of my pins, and all of my my freezer bunny mug. I've got a freezer bunny plush, all of the above, just my Sims little zone, which I definitely feel like the kids in this room are a bit like that. They like collecting, so you know, working out their particular interests, and yeah, so that's pretty much it for this room. I just added in a lot of cute like cozy stuff. I just felt like they were very like girly. I absolutely love this particular item with the teddy with the fairy wings. I think it's so cute. It would look really cute in a cute little fairy house for a baby fairy. I'm not sure how that works. I haven't actually played as a younger occult person ever, I don't think. I've always played as an adult. Like, do the children have wings? I'm not too sure. Is that even a thing? Imagine an infant with wings. That would be adorable. I don't think that's possible, but that would be really cute. But anyway, so that is it for this room. I did also include this wall decal, which I think is from Lovestruck, the little rainbow. But yeah, so we're now moving on to the teenagers' room. This room is quite small, but I still wanted her to have her own space because, you know, sharing with 4 other siblings in either room was just not really an option. So I did give her her own space, which of course she would be grateful for. I do change around the door placement because I really wanted her to have a desk, because all of the other girls do. And, you know, I felt wrong not giving her her own desk as well, considering she is the eldest. So I did change it around a little. This particular bed is from high school years, if you guys do want to know. The chair is from Pastel Pop. The desk is from, I'm not sure where the desk is from, Lovestruck, I think. The rug is also Pastel Pop, but yeah, and the wardrobe is High School Years. So we've got a little bit of Pastel Pop and High School Years in this room, which, to be honest, is the best combo for teenagers in my opinion. I just think the colours are really nice and bright, and just like, I don't know, I just really like them. So I tend to use them in my children/teen rooms, but primarily my teen rooms. So yeah. I did give her some birthday cards as well. I was kind of imagining that perhaps the dad gave her her own room when she like grew up a little bit. Maybe it was her like 14th birthday or 15th birthday or something, so he decided that she did get her own room. Perhaps this was an office before or something, so now she's got her stuff in her own room. Maybe she shared with her sisters before, and she is a little artist. I say little, she's like 14, 15, but you know, still a young artist. So she does have a lot of her prints on the wall, which did come with the Enchanted by Nature expansion, so that is what those prints are from. I'm not sure whether they're a debug item or not, because I always put in all of the cheats before I start building, but Anyway, so that is it for her room, and then we move on to the bathrooms. Like I said, we do have 2 bathrooms. One is quite small, but I did manage to fit in a full bathroom, and then we do have a bath in the other bathroom for the infant. I was kind of imagining that perhaps the infant was like 5 months old, so she's really young, and you know, living in an all-girl household must be chaos, but the baby does share with the dad, has a crib in his room is what I mean, so yeah, it works out. It's just a little bit of a tight squeeze in this space, but to be fair, we do have 4 bedrooms, which I can't really complain. It could definitely be worse, so all well, all is being well, all is being well, all is well. That was a great sentence. But anywho, we are now just finishing up in the bathroom, and then we move on to the dad's room. But I am going to end the voiceover because I like kind of giving you guys a little bit of like just instrumental at the end to enjoy the last bit of the video, and I always end up talking way too long. So with that being said, I really appreciate you guys. I'll be back on Thursday probably with another video, and yeah, I wish you all a wonderful day. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye my lovelies.